All right, people. So we gonna start with this right here. A little tour of my inbox. This is the kind of bullshit folks always ask me. Well, how's the dating game? What's been going on? Any luck with the dating and that type of thing right there. And this is the kind of shit right here. I'm gonna go. This is the Facebook dating app right here, and this is the kind of shit I get right here. I'm just gonna go through the inbox. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna see in here, but we gonna get it. Let's show. This is what I got this morning here, and just look at this right here. This is a typical. I got the message. You know what I'm saying? They stuff is on the left, mine is on the right. That's the message they send me here. Hey, low effort, just ragged as hell. Hey, my result, hey back. If you send me a hey, you gonna get a hey back. I'll respond with whatever type of message you send me. One word gets one word back. And then hey, then I get a hey, and then fucking hey back. And I was about to cancel it after that until they actually type two words instead of one. So yeah, that. And then that's my response there. And then one word, response, one word, response, one word, and that's me checking out of the conversation right there. That happens. This whole conversation happened probably within 10 minutes or so because they were actually replying right back. It's one thing is to find people that actually are actively on the app to where it's like you're texting them back and forth, you know what I'm saying, with no time in between the responses. And you think you get a better banter other than what goes on here. But no, that is not the case. This is what you get right here. A bunch of one words, replies. I check out of the conversation. All right, let's scroll down and see what else we got. I don't know what a Regino is, so that's some new stuff. I don't think there's no messages in here other than my standard greeting right there. And this is actually somebody I met years ago. At this point, several years ago. Like, this is on Facebook. This is somebody that I actually met before. I saw them a couple of times on Twitter. I met them on, not Twitter, what the fuck am I, Tinder. God damn it. I met them on Tinder long time ago. All I did was speak, but you can do that with people that, I've run across this person several times. Like I said, we met, went out a couple of times. After that, we don't hang out the same kind of way, so it's whatever. But we weren't unfriendly. But yeah, you can see how this goes. This is what you expect right here. But this is we just talking about movies and stuff like that. This is generally what happens when we run across each other online. But that's the extent of it. You don't expect much after that. So, and then this is standard, no reply. This right here, standard, no reply. Most of these, this whole inbox is full of those. Standard, no replies, no replies, no reply. And this is a thumbs up. Let me see, thumbs up is on whose side? It's on my side, so I checked, we both checked out the conversation. That's nothing there. I got my standard greeting here first, and then starts off, they had a bit of a reply. I got a reply. Yep, reply. It ain't much going on. And then after a while, it devolves into, much or nothing. This right here, when we're having a conversation, this right here, some people might think it's weird, but this me. This here, you don't have nothing to say, but this right here, that technically ends the conversation for me unless you actually say something, because this is my closer here. Anytime you say some bullshit like, okay, cool. If you just reply and don't actually say something, This is usually what I type. Don't really mean anything. Kind of like this here. So, and then she replied with something, I don't know. This one right here, I'm trying to see where did it go. Sounds good. Hopefully it is. But yeah, yeah. And of course, anybody that's been on Facebook for any amount of time kind of knows that when you get that, that's pretty much in the conversation. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. Don't matter how the conversation go. If you get one of these and it's not accidental because you see right here, when you sending the message, this little down here at the bottom right here, the bottom right, that little thumbs up there, that's where the send, when you type a message or whatever, that changes to a little arrow to send. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times you'll get one of those on accident. But, you know, usually when you get one of those right there, that closes the conversation. You know, they done talking to you for whatever reason. They'll just, okay, bloop. You know, they ain't got shit else to say. They just tap this shit at the bottom and be done with it. I give them one back. End of the conversation. We done. And I didn't even look this. That was mail. And what was this right here? See, and this right here. I send my standard greeting here. You know, it says, how are you doing? Hopefully everything is going fine in my little own words. And that's the response there. That's the reply. Somebody asks you how you're doing. You know, how's it going with you? Hope everything is going okay. You know, basically that's what this message says, even though it say easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's me. And yes. Yes, that's it. And then I've just put a K right there because that's the end of that conversation. It ended before it started. Because you can't even have a reply that's even appropriate to the message you got. So no, you know, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? This right here, what is this? This is back from Christmas. And of course, this is a message where they sent the first message. Let me see if this goes anywhere. Merry Christmas, blah, 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 family, you and your family. Don't send people a fucking card on the first message, you know. And I didn't have much else to say after that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, lady, just, you know, whatever. And then she says hello. And I was like, what up? You know what I'm saying? Trying to, you know, say, you know, what's up? You send me a message, what's up? And no reply after that. So I don't expect to hear from that person at all because that's how that goes. This is standard no reply. This is how my inbox goes. It's full of this right here. And I'm pretty sure ain't no other dudes is pretty much the same. This is a nothing ass conversation right here. Starts off where you think something might go off and it devolves very quickly, as you can see. And they sent me the first message. This person, like I say, like a few others, they sent me the first message. And, you know, blah, blah, blah. I reply appropriately. And it seems like it's going to go somewhere, blah, blah, blah. They send me a substantial message here. And, yeah, it just devolves into shit. After that, I just get a fucking thank you for some goddamn reason, and it devolves into the usual thumbs up in the conversation. This was way back in December. And December 9th at that, goodness gracious. And this is, I can see my message right there, so you know, that means that these right here I do that on purpose too sometimes. I use the same message over and over again. I can look in the inbox and I see my message there. That's the initial message. So if there's nothing else other than that right there, I know not even to bother looking in there. This right here. What is this right here? Let's see if this is some... All this is bullshit because all the conversations are dead. Let me see. Yeah, my initial message, a reply, and I reply, hello, sorry for the late response. I say it ain't no thing. And then apparently there's another late response coming because it's January. It's hitting late in January at this point, and this was back on December 5th. So yeah, this is dead conversation. That ain't going no fucking where. And what is this right here? Jessica, blah blah blah. Just one message. Yeah, nothing. I replied to whatever message she sent me, and that. Oh, this is back in December, so no reply, no reply. And a lot of this could be my message, no. Yeah, you can see all this is mine. Who the hell is these? Some people have some weird ass names in here. This is nothing. Let me see, what is this? This look like. Oh, they sent this. What is this right here? They sent me a message. They replied to a photo in my thing right here. This is, damn, you sexy for real. How are you doing, love? Yeah, whatever. You know, one of these people go in there and they look at your photos, don't read your profile. So they looked at my picture. And then what else? I'm doing okay, blah, blah, blah. Can I please ask you a question? Oh my goodness. What's that? I know started text. What? This, I know this ain't going nowhere, but I'm curious now because I hadn't lost track of it. And so I know we just started texting. What? But I was wanted to know if we can exchange numbers. Oh yeah. This didn't go anywhere because for me, one of the red flags is people that want to exchange numbers immediately. They want to, no texting or going back and forth on the dating app or whatever or whatnot. They want to exchange numbers right now. Then exchange no information, no, hey, where you from, blah, 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 blah. All that formal bullshit you usually go through. Yeah, I want can we exchange? And I wasn't going for it because that's a red flag for me. Anytime, excuse me, anytime I've gotten, you get a number right up front before any conversation, it's always downhill. Always. Immediately. It's just horrible. Because first off, usually when you do that, like people usually do on here, they don't read your profile to start with. So you done looked at my pictures, which, I have some nice pictures, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then they look at your profile. I mean, they skip over your profile because they just looked at your pictures. Let me see, I want to talk to him. No, read my goddamn profile first. Because what happens is it's either that you get on the phone with them and they start asking you everything that's already in your profile. You know what I'm saying? Which is a lot of stuff that I'm not really going to discuss, but it's stuff that you need to know. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that you need to know before you start talking to me, because I stick a bunch of my red flags in my profiles on purpose. I stick them in there on purpose. To save you time, can I please? She asked my number a couple times, and no, ma'am. And then she just went on about her business after that, which is fine. Because what type of person asked for my number? Well, you for the see. I'm looking at the pictures here, and yeah, I'd rather keep my number to myself. Yeah, it ain't never people on the opposite side of that spectrum that just spit out and start asking for your phone number. I'm just gonna say that, and I ain't gonna dwell on that too often. You already know where I'm going with that. And what's this? Joe Nay, who is this person here? I don't want to show people pictures. I don't want nobody to tell me I'm bullying. This is another right here. Conversation started. They got my greeting. Hello, blah, blah, blah. They actually said something, blah, 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 nice. Yeah, one word messages like that, it ends the conversation. I don't have nothing else. I can't get nothing but a one word reply that ends the conversation. So that didn't go anywhere. Who the hell? This is the shit right here. What the hell is this in my inbox? Oh, that's a picture up there. That's weird. Yeah, this is a no reply message, no reply. You match with people, you know what I'm saying? you match with people, and you know, it ain't like, you know, Facebook ain't one of those apps like Hinge, and Black People Meet, or even Match, where they give you a certain amount of people. Here goes some matches for you, and you can match those people for free. They give you a handful of those per day that you can go through and just message them for free. It's an unsolicited message, blah, blah, blah. All these right here where you see my message and a no reply comes from a match, which means you on the app actively, you saw that we matched, or you matched and then I was swiping and matched with you. Either way, we swiped on each other or selected each other, and then you get a message and then no reply. There's a bunch of reasons for that, because you got to think on these apps, the dating part of it, you know what I'm saying, is, what the hell is I just click on? Some more, but all of it's the same. All of it's the same. This right here, the conversation looked like it was going okay, and it just ended. You know, it's for whatever reason. You get lost in the shuffle. Like, my inbox is full of all these matches and full of just nothing shit. And on the flip side, for women, you could take this and multiply it by 50 or some shit like that. Like, literally. On the female side, you can take all this shit right here and multiply it by 50. While I'm shuffling through my inbox, going through shit, I'm already back at this point to September. It's the latter half of January right now, and look at that. That didn't go nowhere. Or I didn't reply? Oh my goodness, did I not reply to some shit? And I'm over here talking smack. Let me see what I didn't reply to. Good morning, and I thought it was personal, and my Alexa is worse. Hope you're having an amazing day. This is a loft. The fuck? See how I'm saying? Remember I said about this little thumbs up thing right here? You can accidentally hit that. You could tell they hit that motherfucker 4 times. Who is this? I got a Yumika. This is something I didn't reply to. That wasn't on purpose either. So, I mean, like I say, now that's my point that I was making, actually, is that you get so much stuff in your inbox, you know, as a female, that some of your shit end up like this. Well, they might have wanted to reply to you, but it's 100 motherfucking new messages in your inbox per day or some shit, and you can't actively keep track of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk to that many people. You can't keep track of that much correspondence, you know? So you get lost in the shuffle. Like this person here. Who is this right here? Anyway, I want to reply to this. I don't like leaving stuff. This is somebody you make blah blah blah. Where's she from? Well, she's from Houston, so yeah. Yeah, so I'll probably reply to this just to reply back to see, because this is something I wouldn't unintentionally reply to. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me see something right quick. Hello, lady. How's it going? Been out of it for a while. What's been going on with you? And y'all got to see, this is how I send my messages. I use my mic. Oh, shit. Oh. That part of my message went through. See, I got this damn magnifier on my thing. Now I got this weird ass message sitting there. Anyway, whatever. We were talking about the Alexa and stuff like that, messing up your messages anyway. So this goes into the conversation where I send a message and my mic finds a way to pick up something unintentional that goes in, but or whatever. I'm glad I did that. And that started in September. I mean, legitimately, that the message I just sent was actually quite accurate, because right after that message, I started having some kind of health problems that I'm dealing with right now that actually started. So yeah. Anyway, anything else in here that's all this is old shit of conversations that just went nowhere. That no reply. This right here, me, no reply. Anything else down here is all the same. It's all the same. My message, my message, my message. This right here ends with me, no reply. And that's all it is. Just a bunch of no replies. And then this shit right here. How you doing today? Blah, blah, blah. What? Mr. Star Trek. Oh, shit. We actually was talking about something. This right here. Yeah, this is a conversation where we was actually talking about something. Who the hell is this? How the hell you send a goddamn gift in this right here? Somebody named Kim. This actually went on for quite a while. And let me see. Yes, I got you. So what you did today, blah, blah, blah. Just sleep mostly, blah, blah, blah. And then just no reply after that. So that could have been whatever. Lost in the shuffle. White chick that's named Kim that's 100 years old. It's just sometimes people get the ages fucked up on here and you can't really change much of that. And who the hell is this? I have no idea who the hell this is. Anyway, like I say, you loot and I know who this is. This is a lady from Louisiana. This is a lady from Louisiana. I'm just gonna send a what's up to her because she one of those people that just message you out the blue. Hey, what's going on? What you been up to? Blah 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 blah.
T S space U.
You know that speaks for this just for no reason at all. And then okay, I'll let you later. Just
period space. Period delete. P delete.
Just a regular message.
P space L A D Y.
Like I say, sometimes you run across people and it's y'all just chat online. That's it. You know, she way in Louisiana somewhere, so I mean it ain't like we gonna meet up and no shit like that. So but yeah, anyway. Let me hop off of Facebook because like I say, all the messages are like that. It's a bunch of bullshit in here that ain't gonna go nowhere. Oh, matter of fact, let me show you something right here. This shit right here. While I'm on here, I gotta go to matches. God damn it. Back to matches. To the last message I got. This one right here. While I'm on here, I might as well go through this. This conversation here I started out with, it didn't go nowhere. One word. This is somebody who messaged me first. And then, of course, my message, I don't really look at profiles until after we match. So I go look and we're going to go off of this right here. I don't want to pitch all over the place. And you go read the profile. And, 40 years old. Mother of 5, 2 grandchildren, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. In a drama, free and not into threesome or married couples with husband. Not in America. I am looking for a friend to get to know that's going to make me happy and give me the world. I am looking for honesty and faithful. That all right, y'all know how to grade the fucking grammar is. Yeah. I am a fully lesbian woman, and I am willing to meet up in person. If not, keep it moving. That is you fully lesbian. You got 5 whole kids, 2 grandchildren. At some point, your ass wasn't lesbian at all, goddammit. I just, And then, if you fully lesbian, why the fuck are you messaging me? I am not a female. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at this right here, blah, blah, blah. This stuff don't really say much. But why the fuck are you messaging me? I'm a full-grown ass man. And you are full-ass lesbian as you state. Why are you messaging me? This is the kind of shit that goes on in your fucking inbox. It's fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I can go through this right here. It's just always full of nothing. It's always full of nothing. That's the Facebook right there. Go to my little home screen. And then You got the Facebook date, and then this is the dating page, right? This is all the dating apps I have on my phone. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, including Facebook. This is what I have on my phone as far as dating apps. All these are free dating apps. I can hop on either one of these. It's like Black People Meet and Hinge. I got these kind of in a certain order. Black People Meet and Hinge. You just hop on there. You get 5 or 6 free messages that you can send per day. All the rest of these, Black People Meet, Badoo, Plenty of Fish, Bumble, Tinder, OkCupid. Tag don't count. Tag don't count. And all the rest of those, you hop on and you get a certain amount of swipes per day. You know what I'm saying? You get a certain amount of swipes. Swipe right, swipe right, swipe right, swipe left, swipe right. Y'all know how that goes. You get a certain amount of those per day. And that's how I got them kind of in order of the amount of activity that you get on there. Black People Meet. Oh shit. Black People Meet. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know, you get a bit of activity, a little less on and then a little less and a little less and a little less, and then you get the OkCupid that's just trash at this point. Tinder is trash. You know what I'm saying? I only met one person on Tinder. That was many years ago. That chick that I was showing earlier. But yeah, and it's pretty much all the fucking same. As far as receiving messages and stuff like that, let me see. Oops, I didn't want to do that. It's all right. Bumble gotta be the worst. Not in amount of volume, just in the amount of. First of all, you don't get that many replies on here, and then as you can see on Bumble, my inbox is full of shit from Bumble. You know, older chats. Let me see what this say. Can I even click on it? It say 5. Oh, I can scroll down. This says my move. You know, whatever. This conversation wasn't going on anywhere. What is this? I have no idea what this is. Let me look and see. Because if it's on Bumble, it's bullshit. It says, hello, how you doing? I say, I'm okay, blah, blah, blah. Good afternoon, blah, blah, blah. I had a death in my family. This is somebody. Yeah. Regular message, blah, blah, blah. But it was like, all right, good afternoon. Had a death in the family and was, let's chat later and all that kind of shit. And I give her a thumbs up because you could have just not replied. I don't need to know all that. You know? And then they sent me a thank you. Okay. You had a death in the family. You'll reply whenever. This right here. All these messages, as you can see, these people not even on the app anymore. Then I got these 2 right here. What the fuck did happen with this right here? You send me some shit. This is what I get first. A little gift that says, hey, you get a gift back, but you ain't got shit else to say after that. That's the problem with having an app where women send the first message, because it's always trash. I'm like, I couldn't get a woman doing the shit that y'all send to me, so you can't get a conversation with me doing the bullshit that I can't do to a female. That's how I operate. I'm sorry. I can't send you no bullshit. So you can't send me no bullshit. And that's how Bumble is for the most part. And almost every time on any other app where a woman sends you the message first, it's always some kind of half-ass, whack-ass bullshit. Or if they do, they try to come in cracking some kind of stupid-ass joke or some shit like that. And just like, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Tinder is dookie. It ain't no use even going through that inbox because it's all trash. All of them, they all the same. You know, it's all the same. It's just the fact that Facebook dating is actually, out of all of these, Facebook has a full dating service. You know what I'm saying? It's a full dating service. All this right here is pay shit. You know, you're using the free version of all 8 of these right here. You know what I'm saying? But Facebook is a full dating with no pay, none of that pay to boost and pay to do this and pay to for unlimited swipes and all that other shit. You know, it's just Facebook ain't you get limited swipes on Facebook, but you know, at a certain point, you know what I'm saying, they were like, okay, you swiped enough today. But at that point, you done sat there for about 10 minutes straight just swiping on shit. I mean, okay, we done ran out of people, motherfucking shit. So yeah. But it's all of it's the same, man. And that's the state right now. Now, I can honestly say, am I really in the condition to be meeting people? Like, well, I'm dealing with shit right now. I'm on dialysis. You know what I'm saying? I'm still recovering from my hospitalization in November and all kind of shit like that. But could I go out and meet somebody right now? Yeah, technically I could. You know what I'm saying? In the state of my health, would it be optimal? No, it wouldn't. But I don't have to worry about that since way before all this shit even started back in November for me. It was all the same as what's going on now. Nothing gets out of the inbox. I don't have to worry about how a date's going to turn out or how, a phone conversation is going to dry up or whatever the fuck is going to happen because it never gets there. It never gets out the inbox. Everything is what I showed you is what happened. 1, 2, 3 messages, and then shit dries. It's nothing else after that. You know, it's nothing else after that. And that's generally how it goes. That's generally how it goes. That's how the dating scene has gone from this moment right here at the beginning of 2024 all the way back to whenever the fuck. Like literally whenever the fuck. I can't even remember how far back it goes. I'm trying to remember the last person I met. Matter of fact, the last person I met was on Facebook dating. And it was on Facebook dating. I don't remember if it had to been at some point during 2023, last year. It had to be. You know what I'm thinking, but it had to be. And it was one of them things where it was somebody that I was chatting with on one app. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, it was this app right here, Tagged. I ran across a profile on Tagged, and usually you run across a bunch of fake profiles with, but for whatever reason, it was somebody on Tagged I ran across. We chatted for a while on there, didn't go nowhere, blah, blah, blah. And then, however long later, I run across that same person on Facebook. I run across him on Facebook in a dating app. This is what happens when you discard. I ran across him on Facebook, and then we chatted on there. Just started chatting, blah, blah, blah. And it was kind of a weird person that has weird conversation patterns and stuff like that. And weird conversation patterns and whatever. It's somebody that's not exactly easy to talk to. You know what I'm saying? And then we end up exchanging numbers and talking on the phone. Once we start talking on the phone, everything was dizzy. You start blah, blah, blah. But either way, that's the last person I met. And not to be mean, but it wasn't your really attractive person. I'm just going to put it like that. It was somebody that when we finally met, I didn't have to go nowhere. They stopped by the house. It was one, how you talk to people. Hey, I'm on this side of town. They on this side of town. Like I live in Fifth Ward. So, everybody then ran across somebody that live in Fifth Ward. Oh, my mama live out there. I used to hang out there. It's always something. But her mom lives in Fifth Ward, and she just happened to, we was talking about it or whatnot, and you start describing, well, I live right on such and such, blah, blah, blah. And they came by, and that was it. They was in Fifth Ward. They had to come to see their mama for something, and they decided just to swing by the house. It wasn't no whole big setup thing or nothing. They swung by the house, stopped. I went outside, talked to them. They were sitting in the car, and that was it. That wasn't it, but they came by. They came by here again. because I let them use. I had some old computer equipment in my room that was just sitting back there collecting dust, and they was one of those work from home people, and they needed such and such, and I was like, well, shit, I got that shit just sitting back there. She came by again one time and picked that stuff
Message
up.
from Shla Parker. Is the treatment working?
Oh, man, is it working? Anyway, damn, see, that message threw me off. Oh yeah, let me get off my goddamn Facebook page. Yeah, well, anyway, that threw me off. Dang it, that died off a little bit. Oh yeah, yes, that was the person. I mean, if you look at her pictures, you'd be like, oh, she's cute, she's blah blah blah. But it was like, okay, it was one of those really, really, really heavy people. To not put it in derogatory terms, because this was somebody that I was actually talking to and blah blah blah. But fact is, she was one of those people that when you talking to her on the phone, you can hear her moving around the house, like breathing and shit like that. And you know, and had, you know, joint issues in her legs for several reasons. And then her weight on top of that, because I think I saw her twice. I never seen her out the car. And you can look in the car and tell that she wasn't getting out the car. And you could tell around the house when you talk to her that she stays in one spot. She doesn't she complains every time she has to get up and go to another room for something. But that's you know, if you meet something online, just it sounds mean to say, but it's generally something along the line like that. Either something like that, or somebody that is just basically just unattractive for whatever goddamn reason, or rancid or something. It's, you know, like I said, those 7 and ups, you know what I'm saying? Those 7 and ups, those just for whatever reason, you just don't get in contact with those, or if you do, it's very short lived. That's just how it is in my aspect. It ain't like the shit that you be seeing on TV and on the dating app commercials where meet women like me and blah, 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 blah. No. And if I ever came close to meeting somebody that looked like somebody on the ad, it was bullshit from the start. They were either dumb as fuck, or you could tell they ain't want to have shit to do with you right when you first fucking met. That's just, you know, that's just how it is. I'm not going to go into all of that right now. But that's how shit turns out. That was the last person I met. I think that was last year. And I think something, I don't know what happened with that. It's just that at one point, you know, the conversation started to space out a little bit. And then it, you know, number didn't work anymore. So, and I can assume a whole bunch of shit because she was going through some. I can just straight assume that her phone got shut off. That's my first assumption, you know what I'm saying? Because the phone didn't work. There's a bunch of stuff you can assume, but I mean, that don't have nothing to do with the phone working. You know, she was going through some financial shit, but you know, whatever. Phone didn't work. Phone number didn't work. I tried to call, I tried to block, and phone number didn't work anymore. So
Message from Shla Parker. Is the treatment working?
Oh man, get out of here. Mark is red. There we go. So, I mean, I don't know. That's somebody asking about my dialysis treatment. She asked me, is the treatment working? What exactly is this is supposed to, I mean, I guess it is. Technically, you know what I'm saying? Technically, yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do. Is it working as far as anything else? I can't give you no goddamn, I'm not a doctor. I can't give you no in-depth shit what's going on with that. But anyway, that's the deal with the dating part of things at this point. It is crappy as usual. Like if something like right now, like I was saying that the type of people that I'll put myself on the flip side of that. You know what I'm saying? You run across somebody that's willing to meet, and then you run across a motherfucker like me, and it's like, oh really? And I'm like, yes, I truly understand that. You know, I am not desirable. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. You look at my pictures, you think everything's just fine until you see me in real life and be like, ew. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it on purpose. It's just, whatever. And I don't put shit out on my page. If you skip all my goddamn information that I give you, and your ass is disappointed after the fact, that it's not my fault because I put shit out there. If you skip over it, then that's you. You know what I'm saying? It's like motherfuckers that get caught up in bullshit and didn't read the fine print or to read the shit by the star and all that other shit, But yeah, that's the state of dating at this point, 2024. I'm gonna keep swiping, and I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep swiping. I'm gonna keep on just going through this little routine because I mean this is partially how I entertain myself while I'm sitting at home. You just sit and swipe while you watching TV and shit like that. You don't expect much, which is the secret to this shit. You don't expect anything other than what I just showed y'all. That's what I expect. So it's not disappointing at all. It really isn't. It's not disappointing at all. This is what the fuck I expect. I expect to get a bunch of dead-end conversations, a bunch of dumbass people, you know what I'm saying? And you run across folks and the conversation looks all right for a while and then it just cuts off for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Conversation seems like it's going okay and then all of a sudden it's just motherfuckers get snatched and disappear just for whatever reason. You just, okay, whatever. That's what happens. That's what you expect. And then the people that do, like I said, the folks that do, that's kind of upfront, they want to give you their phone. Like this one chick, forgot which app it was on. It might have been Black People Meet. I'm not going to go through that inbox. Where this woman sent me a message back talking about she old school and she don't like texting and all this other shit. And talking about she was in town for the weekend and called me at this number here. I'm like, well, shit, if you only in town for this weekend, then why the fuck, what the fuck I'm going to do with your number? Because I'm not for to set up no shit to meet you. And you only here for a weekend. And I'm looking at the profile and it don't seem like one of those, hey, I'm here for the weekend type of profiles. You know what I'm saying? Some 60 plus year old woman. Which is fine. Ain't nothing wrong with 60-year-old women. I know a few of them. But I'm looking at the profile and I'm like, shit. And then I sent the message back and I was like, well, shit, if you're not here from the week, if you're only here for the weekend, where you from? And I ain't get no reply to that shit. Obviously she wasn't interested. I'm like, well, shit, fuck it. I'm not going to use the number. And what's the use of me calling and establishing some shit with somebody that I'm never gonna fucking see? You don't even live here in the city, apparently. You run across shit like that, and you have to not jump at everything that's thrown your fucking way. You have to look at some shit and be like, all right, this right here don't seem right, or this right here is just way off of what. It's just like if I match with somebody and I go read their profile and they profile is churchy as hell. I'm not gonna waste my time messaging them. I might speak. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the profile itself. But, I'm not for to put no whole investment into some churchy ass person, which is usually, I'm not a Christian, you know what I'm saying? Just to put that out there. So if you run across somebody who is heavily Christian, that ain't shit for the jump off. Meaningful. You know what I'm saying? You can be friends with non-Christian people and Christian people and Muslims and all the people, we can all get along just fine. But in the environment that we're in on the dating apps, that's a judgment against you or for you, your religion. I'm God-fearing. Good for you. I don't much care. I really don't. I don't much care. If you God-fearing, then you God-fearing. That's your business. I'm not gonna stop you from doing that. But they not gonna look, but those type of people, it's not gonna look at you in the same light. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna look at you in the same light. And you just have to take all that kind of stuff into consideration when you when you finally decide to read a profile or some stuff like that, who you gonna talk to and who you not gonna talk to, or how you gonna talk to them. But whatever. That's just how shit works. But for right now, I'm just gonna keep swiping and blah blah blah, and maybe I'll meet somebody that I would decide to actually go out and meet. And it don't seem like that's gonna happen no time soon, because most people live well outside my travel radius. And even if they did, it's just like, okay, I gotta have some kind of rapport with you before I decide that I'm gonna take the investment, because it's an investment for me. It costs me money to move around this fucking city. You know what I'm saying? And it takes effort for me to move around this goddamn city. It takes everybody effort. No fuel and time and all this. It costs everybody to do something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going. It ain't like it was in my younger days where you just up and go, up and go, up and go, up and go, and more than likely you going to meet somebody. You gonna sit down, blah blah blah, and more than likely you're not gonna see that person again. That has happened a whole bunch of times, to where you sit down at a table, y'all share a meal, y'all sitting there joking and just having a good old time, but for whatever reason you don't see that person after that. Y'all sat down and enjoyed yourself, but for whatever reason y'all don't see each other again. That has happened way too many times, and it's to the point now where, okay, I got to get a gauge, because you don't really know. You have to sit down and have some kind of interaction with somebody to even know if y'all somewhat compatible. But even before, you got the screen and you got the pre-screen. The pre-screen was like, y'all got to at least get along, over the phone or something like that beforehand. Then you meet. I like to meet folks where it's like, okay, I'm not getting into a situation where you dealing with typical ass people, which is something I hate to deal with, is typical people that, it's like all your, whatever conversation y'all had before is forgotten or ignored or whatever the fuck. It's just like, okay, you have the interaction you have online, right? In the inbox. You get on the phone and that same fucking conversation reoccurs. I'm like, did we just go through all this interview shit? Now you're going to do it over the phone? And then I don't want to get to the point where you get to a point where you meet somebody in person and that's what the fuck you got to talk about. That same stupid dating interview shit that y'all done had already before. You done already answered these questions and all this other, because I don't ask questions and shit like that. I talk. You know what I'm saying? I talk. That's why the conversations I have for most people are off-putting, because it's random as fuck, because I talk. I'm not going to ask you all these stupid ass questions, because generally with you, all those questions I don't give a fuck. The only thing I need to know is your ass convenient for me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I need to know. Do you live somewhere in this area? So when it comes time to get out and about, I'm not dealing with somebody that lives 30 fucking miles away. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it. Or do we generally enjoy the same things to where we can sit and talk about something other than dating apps and shit like that? That's it. I don't need to know your past. I don't need to know how many kids you got. I don't give a fuck. They not mine. At this point in life, if you got, all your kids should be grown. And I don't need to know all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about whatever life you got going on outside of me. That is your goddamn business. I'm not that curious. I don't care. I'm about what's going on right now between me and you, and everything else ain't my business. Now, people can inquire how they want, because you operate on how comfortable you are. You know what I'm saying? If you comfortable and that's how you, fine. People ask me questions and shit and blah, blah, blah. I ain't got to be that stone face like, ain't none of your business. A lot of it is like that. It's like, I might, if it's some stuff that's I can answer, I'll answer. If it's something that ain't relevant, really, or ain't none of your business, well, you won't get an answer. That's just how it is. It's hit or miss. People take that certain kind of way, like you being cagey or you trying to hide something and blah blah blah. Well, that might be true depending on what the fuck you ask me. It's some shit that ain't none of your business. I might be a little cagey. You might ask me about something that I'm like, okay, well, I ain't gonna even talk about that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So yeah, it could go either goddamn way. That's how it is, man. But the conversation has to flow, and and you never fucking know, because you also have to take it to a fact that you sitting there talking with a person, y'all get along, but they could have just the day before had that same shit going on with somebody else that they like better, or they can have that same thing going on the next day, or at some point during the day y'all met. Because I've gone through the point where I've met several people in one day. Sometimes it happens like that. Opportunities come in bunches sometimes. And you ain't gonna always end up at the top of the goddamn list, no matter how shit turns out or whatever. I've had people that I met that I wouldn't mind to have talked to for a while, and for whatever reason, they looking at you. They sit there the whole time staring at you like you got a booger on your face or some shit. And bitch, I know I look good and I ain't stinking and no shit like that. So I don't get the I don't get why we ain't clicking right now. I'm being personable. Sometimes it is what it is. You can't put too much into it. Motherfuckers don't like you for whatever reason. Whatever, you don't see them no goddamn more. It happens. Motherfuckers sit there. I'm like, shit. I guess they didn't care for me. For whatever reason. But like I said, 2024. Some come along. Somebody want to meet, depending on what it is, because I got vision issues, I got mobility issues, and all kind of shit like that. Depending on what the fuck you want to do and where you want to do it, you might be able to set something up. But like I said, it don't even get to that point. All this shit right here never gets out of the inbox. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of I'm pointing in a direction. I got my phone in my hand and I'm trying to point at my phone. It's stupid. Anyway, like I got numbers in my phone now. I got 2 numbers in my phone now that come from dating apps. Number been in there for months. One from way back in early 2023. Number just in there. And it just nothing. You know what I'm saying? I've texted them a couple times, but I mean, replies don't ever turn into nothing. You know what I'm saying? The folks are, like I described in the inbox, motherfuckers is super short with you. So I'm not for to sit there and try to force no conversation. Those numbers are getting ready to get deleted out of my phone. I'm getting ready to clean out my phone of most of the names that's in there. Even some longtime friends, and there's no reason to have the numbers in there anymore because we don't even associate with each other. Get ready to delete, and those numbers gonna be a part of it because I don't, it's pointless. Ain't no use of holding on to that shit. Holding on to that shit. I got a real habit of like people collecting. You know what I'm saying? You just keep holding on to those contacts for whatever reason, and those contacts don't never turn into nothing. No casual friends, no friends with benefits, no long-term friendship type things where y'all just talk and hang out. Nothing. No, whatever it's just a name and a number in your phone from somebody you don't talk to. And it's time to clean the phone of those. It's a bunch of those in there, and I had it to where it was like, okay, some people are grandfathered in, blah blah blah. I've known them for 10, 15 years, blah blah. At this point, those can go. because there's no fucking point. I don't talk to those people anymore. They don't talk to me. And why I even keep the number? That's one of the main reasons why I keep on swiping and shit like that. It's just like, man, need some new people. But I keep running across the shit. I kept, those people are very hard to goddamn find. And you don't know how long they gonna last. Like I said, I met some good people, but those good people are just names in my phone now. Many years later, it's not even people I even talk to anymore. And you keep trying to find that, and you're sitting here swiping because it's the easiest thing you can do nowadays. Depending on your environment and shit like that, you might not be in an environment where you running across new people. Like I said, I don't have a job I go to, and I'm not in nobody's school or no shit like that. So it's just me. I'm sitting here, and the people that I run across are all digital. There's all shit on my phone. So you swiping, trying to get through this shit, trying to find some decent people, and you run across a bunch of the bullshit that I'm running across, and just everybody's on here seemingly looking for their forever effort, everlasting ride off into the fucking sunset. They looking for they whatever the fuck. But for whatever reason, they can't hold a conversation where they speak more than 1 or 2 words at a goddamn time. So I don't know how the fuck you gonna find all of that shit. When you 40 plus years old and you can't hold a goddamn conversation at all. And I just think, I'm 48 myself, so you run across all these people that I'm running across. All these are grown ass people. This is not some dumb ass shit where I'm running across 20 somethings and shit like that online. No, all these people are 40 plus. And this is the type of shit that you run across from grown ass women. How do you manage to stay alive all this time, have children, raise those children, and have those children have children, and your ass is up here just as dumb as fuck? How do you manage to make it to this age? That's generally what I be thinking at this point. How did you make it to this fucking age? When I look through my inbox, or when I go in my inbox and I have to talk to these people, and these folks' substance level is low as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or their logic is just not there for whatever reason, and everybody has different logic, but sometimes it's just people just don't have common sense. How did you make it to this fucking age? How do you even manage to operate your fucking phone? I'm looking at your conversation. It don't even seem like you should be smart enough to even do that. Like, I read that goddamn profile with all that fucked up ass grammar in it. Like, that is not the right word to use. Or it was like, O-R, motherfucker, not A-R-E. That's not the right word to use there. It's just like, man, come on. It's just, that's the kind of shit you have to deal with. It is. Some stuff you have to overlook, but some shit is just, obviously, you just didn't use the right goddamn word. Can't blame that one on your phone. I'm sorry, man. We not going there. So it's a struggle right now socially. It's a struggle. And I do know how to talk to people. So I am not putting a bunch of this blame on myself. I'm not putting a bunch of the blame on myself. I'm putting it on the people I run across. I know everybody ain't the same because I'm not running across everybody, but the folks I run across online are generally a bunch of fucking morons. Not all of them, but a bunch of them. A bunch of fucking morons. I've shown y'all this. So, yeah. I don't feel bad about saying that. But that's the state of dating so far, 2024. I will catch y'all on the flip side of whatever the hell else I do next.